lovely ladies, welcome to Friday afternoon. I'm Eloise, the Money Alchemist, and I'm joined by Hattie today. We're doing Money Alchemy stories, and I'm just going to do a quick tech check in the group because we're on a different system, so bear with me. And I want to just pop a title on it as well so people know what they're watching when they join us, because we'll probably just be cackling at each other for a lot of it, Hattie. That's what seemed to happen. That's what seemed to happen with the other ones. So let's just see if we're live in the group, doing a tech check. There we go. So let me just edit that. We are live. We are live. So take a few moments. Sorry. One day I think they'll figure out how to do this quickly, won't they? And
yeah. I was told earlier that we were on and she couldn't find it, so I'm just telling her to have a look now.
Cool. You do that then. I will just pop a title in and we will be starting Money Alchemy stories very shortly, lovely ladies. So let's pop that in there. That's saving. That's working. Everything is working. Has your lovely found us?
I don't know.
If she's in the group, she might need to do a refresh to see us. So thank you, Hattie, for joining me. Sorry, are you still typing? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. You do that. You do that. That's fine. Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to chit chat for a bit. So exciting times, because Money Alchemy Circle is open at the moment, and on Sunday the doors close. It will open again shortly, but the price is going to increase because the value of Money Alchemy Circle is immense, and hopefully Hattie's going to confirm that for me in a second. So these Money Alchemy stories are the stories of some of the lovelies that have been working with me. Some of them have been working with me for a couple of years, others a couple of months, and everywhere in between. So Hattie, how are you doing? Has your lady found us?
I don't know. She'll come on if she can.
Yeah, perhaps we can tag her once we've finished. Yeah. So Hattie, tell us about you and what you do.
So I am an angelic Reiki master teacher. I am a self-love and empowerment guide, and I am an Akashic Records master. So I do all those things. I also run a weekly group, Mind, Body, Soul group, which you've come to, haven't you, Eloise?
Yes.
Small cat.
Yes, lovely group.
Inspirational, motivational, spiritual speakers every week. That's in Hamble in Southampton. And I've started putting on other events as well. So I do Gong Bath once a month now with a lovely man called Tony Spencer. From Cairo Sound Therapy. So he does the Gong Bath. I just get the people in.
Yeah.
And I've done a Mind, Body, Spirit fair as well, actually, in Hamble. We've got another one coming up in October. So lots going on. Lots of exciting things in the pipeline. And
yeah. And I've just had a penny drop moment, pun intended, in that I didn't realise that I was working with angels until you came into my life, and it's just dawned on me that I realised when you and I started working together. So that's really interesting. Yeah.
It's funny you should say that, because a lot of what we do is very interconnected. And you won't, it's like the Akashic Records. It sounds really mystical, and when I started doing it, I wanted to do it for ages because I was so intrigued by it. And it's magic, and it is really powerful. However, some of it I'd already been doing, and a lot of the times I work with people and they'll have already, and like you say, you'll have been working with the angels already because they're all around us. It's just that we don't realise it's all quite simple, really.
Yes. We do. We really do.
We can do this. We can all work with angels. We can all manifest money. We can all go into our Akashic Records. It's just about knowing how.
Yeah.
Or knowing that you are already doing it. To strengthen that kind of connection, or learning to trust yourself.
That is exactly it, Hattie. And I was thinking when you were talking there, like you're absolutely right. Anyone can learn to manifest money. In fact, we've all been manifesting all the time anyway.
Yeah.
But sometimes we put some junk in our way. Don't like I had this junk about angels. Angels wouldn't have time to work with me. Of course they do. They're celestial beings. They can be in a million places at once, and some, can't they?
Yeah.
And so I had all that junk, and I, like you, I have never learned how to access the Akashic records, but I do it.
Yeah.
And when I realised, I was like, oh, that's what that place is. That's where I get the information. I can see it. You know, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just so. And then the frustration is we've realised we can do it all, but for some reason there's something like money or angels, and we just can't do it for some reason because we've got that junk.
Because we've got that ego, because we've got that been conditioned to believe that we're not good enough, that we're not worthy, that we can't have it all when we can.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I've got it down because I have not.
No, me either. You know, I don't claim to be perfect with money either.
I always like I'm very open and honest about even when I'm teaching angelic Reiki, we all have imposter syndrome. I still have it. It is just that it's the more work you do on yourself, the easier it becomes. Sometimes you might get blocks come up, real big blocks, because your ego doesn't want you to, or I don't know, your ego, your conscious mind doesn't want you to. It's trying to keep you safe.
It is, yeah.
It's trying to keep you safe. So it puts. So you're like, this is silly. This isn't real. Or that can't work. How can I just manifest money when I need it? How can I again connect with the angels?
And I think it's where our subconscious mind triggers something in our body, and then our conscious mind reads that often incorrectly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I always remember when I realised that anxiety can feel the same as excitement, but it depends what mode your brain's in. Now,
that makes sense.
I suffer from crippling anxiety at times.
Yeah,
and yet when you're excited, you get that same feeling, but your brain's interpreting it in a different language, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very interesting, isn't it?
It is. Anyway, we're digressing. We said we'd do this, didn't we?
I do that a lot.
So tell me a bit about your money story, as much or as little as you want to share up to this point.
So I started out, my first kind of memory is my dad losing his business. He lost our house. So that was huge. I was only 4.
Wow.
Lots of horrible stuff around that, and him having a breakdown. And so obviously that's going to have had a huge impact.
Yeah.
My mum and I moved away, and then he came back. Oh, I had brother and sister as well, older brother and sister, but we didn't have much money. I remember that we were poor.
Yeah.
And I was told that we were poor.
Yeah.
And it's going to have an impact. And then, of course, having lost his business, it's quite funny actually, because I've learned this a year or so ago, maybe a bit more. Someone else went into I did an Akashic record swap with someone. I was asking about my money blocks because I knew that there's some blocks there because there's just loads. She said it was to do with my father. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But I hadn't really consciously thought about it, like we don't. And she said, it's to do with him thinking that people that have money are bad. And I was like, yeah, now you've said that rings a bell. So anyway, I'm 9 years younger than my sister. So I asked her, she said, oh my God, yeah, he's always saying that people with money are like assholes. If you've got money, you must not be a very nice person, because he'd lost his business. He hadn't made a success in his head. So he thought that's how he dealt with it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then going forward, we never seemed to have. We did have enough money, but it was a poverty. It was a lack mentality.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad worked full time. I think we probably had more money than was, but it was always kind of, oh, we can't afford that. Oh no, we can't. we never had a nice car, we never had a nice holiday, all of those things. So I did grow up believing that we were poor.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of continued. I did manage to buy a house when I was only 22 with my husband at the time, with the help from a housing association. So
Yeah.
we always struggled. We were always struggling. And then when we did have money, it was gone really quickly. We aren't taught how to work with money.
No, not in a positive way.
Well, we're not even taught really how to manage money in not the magical way, if you see what I mean. It's just not really. You just sort of leave school and you're left to off you go then, and expected to. So when I was in my 20s, it was the time when you could get credit cards and loans like that. You just basically got it. So we wrapped up lots of debt and we ended up remortgaging, and I'm still paying that debt off now. But I've come such a long way. I'm not saying I'm rich now and I can, but I know that I can manifest money. I know it works when I do the work. It works. So I'm getting there. And honestly, I will honestly tell you and tell these lovely ladies watching now, if I do the work, I get a sale, like pretty much.
Almost instantly, isn't it? Yeah.
Almost instantly. It is unbelievable. Literally. So now this morning I've made a promise to myself that I'm going to do it more regularly. I do breath work most days, so I'm going to tie it in with that and make sure that I do, even if it's only 5 minutes, because I'm in the alchemy circle, so I've got the app. What I was tending to do, I haven't got time for that. I'll sit down and do some. Oh, guess what? My phone pings and I've got money in my PayPal, or someone's booked.
Yeah, and someone booked your top end package, didn't they, the other day?
The other day, I hadn't done any work for a while, so I was like, oh, I've got to do something, because I know it works, What we like. So yeah, they booked 3 block sessions. They booked 3 sessions, all booked and paid for, and also they booked a session for their friend as well for a Reiki. So they booked
amazing.
3 sessions in a row and an angelic Reiki for their friend. Then it was yesterday I spoke to you, wasn't it? And messaged you.
Yeah,
Said,
I think so, yeah.
Or the day before, I think it was yesterday. I was like, right, I'm going to do some really good. So I did, because normally I'll do one bit at a time. And I was like, right, I'm going to really. So I did the question. So the question, the statement or whatever.
The wonderfully worthy writing, isn't it?
Yeah. Which is I am expanding my container for money. So I did that and I journaled on that. And then I've got it in here, what I did, because I wrote it all in my book. Then I did the next bit, which was the money meditation. I want to talk about the money meditation.
Go for it.
Money meditation is so powerful. And every time, so I've only done it now 3 times I've done it. I'm going to be honest. But then that's all right. I've got 3 months, but I've done it once for each month. I need to do it more.
But even doing it once makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does make a difference. And what it does is it changes your mindset, because it makes you realise that money is not your enemy. Money is not your worst enemy. Money is your friend. Money nurtures you because you feel it in that meditation. You feel her there nurturing you, telling you that she's there for you. She makes you feel safe. When we've been led to believe that money it's not safe, that it's unstable, it makes you feel, like you say, icky. It makes you feel and we shouldn't want more. When you're in that space and that meditation's, well, personally for me, I can't say what other people are, but the meditation that you do for me makes me feel safe, secure, nurtured, loved, all wrapped up in a lovely bubble, and then money starts coming in afterwards. So
It is pure magic, isn't it? It really is. And did you ever think that you would feel that way about money?
No, because I didn't know that you could feel that way about money unless you were rich. I always thought I'm not from a rich family. I'm not one of these people. I'm not lucky like that. We don't have money. I'm just one of these people that has to struggle, and I'll never have. I have this dream, or maybe one day, but how will I? You know,
That how's hard to let go of, isn't it?
yeah, but we don't need to know how. We don't need to. It's the same with everything. We don't need to know how. We just need to trust that it's going to get better. That what we're doing is working. That we are magic. That we can manifest, and that everything's okay. And there's nothing to worry about, and there's nothing to struggle with. And
yeah, because when you focus on struggle or lack or scarcity, you get struggle, lack and scarcity, don't you? When you focus on feeling safe around money, when you focus on abundance, you literally get safety and abundance from her, don't you? You get what you focus on.
It's not an easy thing to do.
No.
So, like I said, we're so conditioned and we're so used to doing it the other way. I have just been to Lidl quickly, and I haven't shopped in there for ages. I've been going to Tesco, and I was just passing, so I thought I'd pop in, and everything's gone up in price, as we know.
Yeah.
But Lidl used to be quite a cheap, safe, and I couldn't believe it. So then even I'm oh my God, I've spent so much, and petrol, put petrol in. So this isn't a coincidence, by the way, that this is, I'm not going to go too much into it, that this is like this, but we've got to do something else about it. The way that this, what I'm trying to say is this is the way forward, doing this money alchemy work, because what are we going to do? Just worry and be frightened all the time that we're not going to have enough, that we're living in lack, even if we've got enough money. It could be things are going to go up more, or know, what do we do? Work till we collapse? Or
well, that's from a place of scarcity as well, isn't it? Yeah.
There's another way, and this is the other way, and it does work.
Yeah, and I posted something on my personal profile the other day, and I said, instead of learning to be frugal, which, by the way, is a useful skill, not dismissing that, how about we learn to be abundant instead? Because frugality is about shrinkage, and I get why that feels like the natural thing to do, but abundance is about expansion. And if you can spend 10 minutes in a visualization and bang, you get your highest program paid for, that's more fun than shrinkage, isn't it? It's much more fun than shrinkage.
The other thing with it, actually, it's fun. This money work is fun. It's enjoyable. It's not a chore. But like everything that's good for you, that's helpful, your mind puts up later.
Yeah.
Until you get into the groove of it.
And I think that's partly because of those negative connotations that we have with money. You know, I'm very careful, and I say, like, I won't teach you to budget. I will teach you how to have fun, how to connect with money, how to raise your vibration. I'm not saying budgeting doesn't help, but there are different ways of doing it that feel different. They change that energy, don't they? And everything is energy. We're a bundle of atoms that are pushed together by energy, vibrating on an energetic frequency. So it makes so much sense that we can bring and repel money to us on a frequency. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
And you said something really interesting there about your dad thinking that people with money were, I can't remember the word you said, was it mean or dickheads or something? Assholes, yeah.
People, they're not, someone's got a nice car, he must be.
Yeah. But I used to think that. I grew up very poor as well. I don't think I realised how poor we were. But I do now. But like, because everyone was poor where I grew up, so I wasn't different. I wasn't poor compared to other people. It was just poor. But I'll tell you what I realised was actually I know a lot more people who don't have loads of money that are assholes. But we focus on the fact that we know one or two people with money that are assholes. Do you know what I mean? It's really interesting, isn't
it? It's all,
yeah.
I can't, I want what they've got, but you think you can't have it, or you believe we can't have that, so, well then I don't like them.
But also then that belief turns into, if I have more money, I'll be an asshole.
Yeah, I don't want to be like that. Money's bad anyway. We don't want money. We don't need money.
Yeah, and guess what happens? Money's like, okay, see ya.
No, actually, money is, like you said, an energy vehicle, is what you said.
Yes, it's like a little roller skate car.
A roller skate car, and it's there for everyone. It's our birthright.
Yep.
To have abundance, not
Yep.
just in money, in everything, but money is. It's just. It's there for everybody. We've just got to open our hearts to it. And I'm getting there.
I just want to. Yeah, I just want to point out that Hattie's been working with me for 3 months, and this is not something you would have said 3 months ago, is it?
No.
You couldn't have said that, could you?
No. And it's so funny that you said that, because I was actually thinking on the way. Just literally got home 10 minutes before we started, and I'm thinking on the way home, I'm going to set a challenge for me, and I'm going to say, check in with me again in 3 months and see where we've got to.
Yes, I'm going to put that in my diary. Yeah,
me too. I've got my diary.
Because it's such a big shift, isn't it? It's such a big shift, and I know the Academy. I hope it's okay to talk about this, but the Academy price was not an easy price for you. Sorry, not the Academy, the Circle price. It was, when you joined, it was £37 a month. It's currently £44, and that was not an easy decision for you, was it?
Even now, I'll be honest, because I have been having some issues because I haven't been doing the work. I have been doing it, but not consistently.
Yeah.
But that's another thing as well. Having the issues that I've had because I've had a drop in income for different reasons, not because of my work. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that. But I've dealt with it differently. My mind's been different. I've been like, it'll be all right. I know it'll be okay, rather than panicking. I had a little wobble yesterday, but I mean, generally, I've been absolutely fine and like, yeah, it'll be all right. It'll work out. And I wobbled yesterday, but I woke up this morning with a fresh mindset again. But the other thing, I've forgotten what I was going to say. I've lost my train of thought now.
Sorry, we were talking about the price and how it wasn't an easy decision.
I was just looking at what I've got to do, and I was budgeting because I had to see what. And I was like, oh, that's coming out. I can't, no, I'm going to have to tell Eloise I can't do that this month. I can't justify it. And then I was like, what? I was like, have a word with yourself. If you do the work, you will get the money back 3, 4, 5-fold. That's what's been happening. So that's when I was like, right, okay, this is it now. And I sat and did a money tap this morning.
Yeah.
Someone booked a ticket for my golf bar.
It's just so magical, isn't it? It really is. But you raise a really good point, and I'm quite open about this in the group as well. I am not consistent. Okay, I'm a lot more consistent than I was because I feel a responsibility to the group, to the circlers, to the Academy members, to my one-to-one clients. I feel like I have a responsibility, and I do walk my walk, but every now and then I don't do the work. And the last 2 weeks I have not done the work because I've been busy, which is brilliant, but I've been learning a new modality which is really, really powerful, and I've been thinking, how am I going to get that magic check paid? I literally sat and went through a meet money meditation, the original meet money meditation, where you meet your golden goddess. And literally after that, I did my invoicing and I was like, that is to the penny my magic check. And I know I've got more coming in. Yeah. So it's really interesting, is it? The work that we know makes a difference, we seem to have resistance to doing. And I think having that monthly accountability, be it turning up for the lives, doing the work, or even just paying the membership fee, helps you to get in that zone and say, do you know what?
Absolutely.
I can do that, and I will make that money back and more.
App there to go to and say,
Yeah.
right, and you've got practice, you know, because again this morning I was like, well, I could just kind of carry on with what I've been doing, and then that's my sort of frugal mind telling me, and then luckily my higher self jumped in and said, no, Hattie, you know, it helps massively, and just do the work. And I'll tell you what, let's see where I am in 3 months, because if
Yes.
I'm putting this out there now, all right, I might not do it every single day, but I'm going to, where I've been doing it sometimes only once every 2 weeks, I'm going to try and do it like 3-4 times a week. So
Yes, I love that, because when I became consistent, I saw my income rise and rise and rise, and it still continues to rise. Sometimes I have to hold it steady because my ruler goes a little bit crazy, but it keeps going up. And my zero for monthly income is a number that I couldn't even imagine when I started this 4 years ago.
yeah.
Like, it was so far out of the realms of possibility that it was just like a whole dream, you know? Of course, it brings with it all sorts of other things. It's never what you think it is. But,
of course.
You know,
there's always going to be challenges and there's always going to be tests. But we have to move forwards and we have to move out of our comfort zone, because that's all part of it. I've just thought something else as well around the fact that it isn't just about bringing more money into your life. That's a big factor, because that's why we want to do it.
Yeah.
And it does change your mindset, and it changes your outlook on everything, not just on money. And actually, I did something today. I've just remembered that is a massive, 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 massive that I've been worrying about for probably a year or two. I'm not going to go into it again. But it's to do with my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I've made this decision today, and it feels like a weight's been lifted. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to let people down. And I've just stood in my power today. I think that's why I was having a little wobble yesterday. And this morning I woke up with like clarity. And I've done it, and I've put it out there. And so it is all part of it. It's all part of standing in your power, owning your finances, owning your responsibility for your finances, but also it goes into every other aspect of your life as well, because it's all linked. And money's such a massive part of our lives. We can't get away from it. We can't pretend we don't need it, or
It's like saying we don't need blood, isn't it?
I do, cousin.
It's like saying we don't need blood. Like, we need blood.
Yeah, we need money. In the society we live in, we need money, and that is just the way it is. So why not accept that, embrace it, work with it instead of against it?
And I always say, there's two things I say. One is the way you do money is the way you do everything, and the other one is money is your relationship with money is a mirror to the relationship you have with yourself. And I thought for the longest time I really struggled to talk about money, but what I realized is actually we all want more money consciously. We don't necessarily want it in our bodies and what have you, like in our subconscious mind, but
we don't sometimes. Part of the being kind of also spiritual people. Wow, I don't know. And I think I used to think that was part of it too, but then when you realise, no, it's not. It's all being abundant is part of being open, connected, going with the flow, accepting our power.
And when people pay you for your spiritual services, they show up differently to when they don't pay you, don't they? They show up open to what it is you're going to share with them. They get more from the Reiki. They get more from the Akashic reading. They get more from anything, because it's an energy exchange in itself. I know a lot of spiritual people do swaps, but I always recommend, if you're going to swap, say it's £80 a treatment, literally pay You pay me £80 and I pay you £80, but we put it in each other's bank account, because that changes the energy around it. The energy of money is a beautiful, love-based energy, like the angels. Like, money doesn't judge, just like the angels. Money is love, just like the angels.
And you feel that in that money meditation. You feel that love. It is money. Lady Money is an angel.
Yes, yeah. She could be an angel, God, she's everything.
Master. She's got Kuan Yin qualities to me. Very much.
Sorry, I just missed my mouth then.
Very nurturing, very I know.
Very feminine, but very strong.
I can't emphasize it enough just how beautiful it is when you go in there.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Not what you would associate with money. We've told it money's harsh and cold and not nice.
And it's weirdly though,
money is the root of all evil and all that nonsense, So that goes in, and we internalize it, don't we? And then
but that visualization where you go and meet your goddess or your money angel, it literally, it changes everything in 10 minutes for you, doesn't it? It does wear off, reality kicks in, but it completely shifts.
We do it more regularly.
Yeah.
And it does take time to get into the habit of doing things like me with my breath work. I knew it worked for me. I knew it made me feel loads better, but I wouldn't do it all the time. And now I've actually, I do it. It's part of my morning routine. Very rarely I don't do it now. So I know it can be done. I know my daughter's done the same with exercise in the gym. She wanted to do it, and it took her quite a while to get into the groove of it. And now it's a habit. Don't they say it takes 30 days or something?
I think it's more like 60, but yeah.
So it is just about, even if you only do it once and then you don't do it again for a while, if you keep going back to it, you're gonna eventually, because you're gonna realize how I don't really know how it works, but you're gonna realize how much it does work, and finally it sinks in. I guess the penny drops. The
penny drops, I think one of the challenges with doing the work is, and let me know if you agree or disagree, is money is so contentious on this planet, in this dimension, in this reality that we're operating in. It's so contentious, and actually what can happen is we can get success with it, and then we go, not doing that anymore, because we have to sort of separate ourselves. The ego kicks in and says, you can't have money. No, you can't have, no, because that will make you into an arsehole. And so even though it's what we want, we have to. I spoke to Nicola earlier in the week, and she quite openly said she had a right strop with money when her check didn't get paid, and actually what she realised was her check not getting paid was even more valuable than it getting paid, because it shone a light on a massive block that she needed to work on healing. So sometimes it feels really yucky, doesn't it?
It's really actually quite beautiful when you uncover a block, when you realise, because you might not realise straight away either, and then again you have this sort of like an epiphany.
Oh, that's what that is.
And it's so powerful, and it's part of the healing journey in a massive way. And I think what you're doing is actually amazing.
Oh,
Eloise,
thank
really
you.
do, because it's so powerful and it empowers people, and it changes the narrative.
Yeah, and you're right, it is healing, isn't it? It's not coaching, it's healing.
It's healing. It's massively healing. It helps you on your healing journey. And if you've got more money, you can do more amazing stuff. I mean,
absolutely.
There's the other thing, isn't it? The best things in life are free. Yeah, they are. Yes, of course. But money helps you to go and have lovely adventures and visit nice places and help other people if you want to do that. That's what,
Absolutely.
That way, if I've got more money, I can help more people.
You can put on more events. You can offer more services. You can, it's so important, isn't it? And I truly believe that wealth has, well, we know wealth has been kept away from women
Yeah.
legally and societally.
Yes.
And I truly believe that when women have wealth, we will do amazing things with it. You know, we will help other people. And sometimes that means helping ourselves to live a happier life and other people benefit from that.
Yeah.
Other times it's helping our families.
Yeah, it's
Other
like
times it's
putting your life jacket on first. You have to, yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, and other times well, all the time it ripples out into the world. Some of us will go and, spread our wealth around the world doing wonderful things. One of the things that I love doing now is helping people without fearing it. Like, if I've had amazing service in a restaurant, I love being able to give a big tip and not thinking, oh crap.
Yeah,
Actually, on the restaurant thing, being able to go to a restaurant and not look at the prices, it doesn't matter. And that actually, that doesn't take a lot of money. That just takes a little bit of extra money,
yeah,
doesn't it? But my energy then filters into their energy, and I can do a good deed for them, and then they might go and do a good deed. It's the butterfly effect that we
oh,
have, isn't it?
absolutely. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
beautiful. It
yeah.
really is. It
I mean,
really.
my goal is currently to reach 1 million women with this work, and I'm on my way. I'm about maybe 2% there.
You'll get
But
there. You'll get there.
the thing is, the more I bring in, the more I can put back out. So, like, for example, I run ads to get people into Money Magic Foundation so that they can see the benefit of this work straight away. That having more money helps me spend more money to share this work with more people,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But those blocks creep up, don't they? And you're like, who am I?
Yeah, yeah,
My family really struggle with the level of success that I'm experiencing. Like, and that reinforces that who are you? Don't get too big
yeah.
for your britches. So we have a lot of healing to do around that work, don't we?
Massive. A
Um,
load of healing.
yeah,
Massive amount. But we're
it,
doing it. We're doing it. You're helping
we
people do it.
are.
You're doing it yourself. And the more people, so I spread the word myself.
Yeah.
I'd tell people obviously about my stuff that I do, but I spread the word about other people's stuff, and that's one
Yeah,
of those people is you, because
thank
I
you.
enjoy that work and it
Yeah,
works, and I'm going to spread the word, and it does work. So, and that's part of it as well.
yeah,
It's like this lovely community as well
yeah.
of like-minded souls,
And I
you
think,
know,
that's so important. I mean,
raising the vibration.
yeah, and I think um, a lot of us who identify as women, we got lost. We got lost. I know I got lost between the age of 20 and 37. I completely got lost. And actually that community, that friendship, that development, that helping each other, that developing our wealth together it bonds us, doesn't it? And
Yeah,
healing each other in different ways. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I've got a goosebumpy saying
oh,
that.
lovely. Being happy
Yeah,
for each other,
yeah,
celebrating each other's
yes,
success rather than being jealous
yes,
and
yeah, and
wanting, and like wanting them to fail because, well, if I can't have it, then that's
yeah.
part of it as well. And
And that's a really good indicator of a block, actually, Hattie. For
mm,
a little while, I went through a phase of feeling a bit like, oh, how come she's doing better than me? I've been doing this
comparison.
longer. Yeah, and I was like, oh, hang on, there's some blocks I need to heal here, and I had to really, it's amazing that other women are doing this. I'm on that journey with them, and
Yeah,
like I always talk about when I saw my neighbour
yes,
like
yeah.
changing their car every 6 months, and I was like, "Ugh." But actually, oh my god, how amazing! If you love cars, I do not love cars. That's why I have a little roller skate car. Um, like, if you love cars, why shouldn't you change your
Yeah,
car every six
yeah,
months? That's what money's about. It's about the option, isn't it?
yeah. Enjoying it, and yeah, enjoying that abundance.
So, what do you think is your favourite thing about Money Alchemy?
It's so quick. It works so quickly, and I'm quite an impatient person. I like results.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know? And I know sometimes that's not always life when you have to work at things. I do know that, and that, you know, but I do like. I'm quite a sort of results-driven person. I like evidence and proof, even though I'm, you know, work with the angels and I do all those
Yeah.
spiritual, airy fairy things that we know aren't airy fairy at all.
No. And
I'm
angels work fast as well, don't
They
they?
work fast. They do
Yeah.
indeed. Honestly, it's absolutely incredible. Actually, the work that you can do. I was only saying to my
Yeah.
partner the other day. He was struggling with something. I said, "Don't forget to ask the angels," because he's very open. And he said, "Yeah." And then he messaged and said, "Oh my goodness, literally straight away, yeah."
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. And money is as fast as that. I think you might be right. I think our money goddess might be an angel.
The feeling that I get when I go into to meet her is the same feeling that I get when I work with the angels or with
Yeah.
like Mother Mary or Kuan Yin, those lovely
Yeah.
nurturing. They're all lovely and nurturing, but the feminine,
Yeah.
feminine ones.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Angels don't
Absolutely.
have a gender, but you know, I think you know what I mean. It's that
I do. It's a love energy, isn't it? It's a
love
love
energy. It's a
vibration.
love vibration.
Yeah.
It's not just female. I
No.
wouldn't say that, but it feels nurturing like a mother.
Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
like a big sister or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's
It's a very secure feeling, isn't it?
safe
Yeah.
feeling. I feel really
And
safe.
what would you say to someone who was thinking about joining the circle or doing money alchemy in the academy or just generally?
Do it. Do it now. You need to
Yeah.
join yesterday. Get on with it
Yeah.
because it's I'm going to join the academy as well when I'm brave enough to do it because I know it's
Yeah.
going to work. I know it's going to work. So
Yeah.
I've said
Yeah.
that
And
to you. I said that to you about a month ago, didn't I? So I need to put
yes.
my finger out.
Yeah.
Right, when I'm ready, it's going to happen. But
And when it's the right time, it's the right time, isn't
divine
it?
timing as well. Yeah, but the academy. Well, no, sorry, the circle. I get confused.
I know.
The
I've got to name my
circle.
things there.
No, it's not that. It's just that I'm just forgetful. Um, yeah, it works. It just works.
Yeah. It is a
And when my ego tried to tell me this morning no, you don't need that. That's not essential. Actually, it is. It is essential. I know it's going to bring me more, more power. Not in a bad way, but positive power.
yeah.
More money, more sales, more connection with people, able to help people more. I've got so many things I want to do
Yeah.
that yeah.
Got to enable it, isn't it?
With it. Yeah, you've got to. You've
Yeah.
got to trust. You've got to be open to it.
Yeah.
And I
Thank
wrote
you.
my new money check this morning as well. Actually, I had money.
Yeah.
So I wrote another one this morning, and it's up on my pin board with downstairs. Yeah. So
The checks are amazing, aren't they? I love how the checks, they either pay out or they show you something really big.
yeah, I've just
Yeah.
thought of something else this morning as well. Before we finish, I'm going to
Yeah.
start posting them to myself.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, or
I
might even
like
post
that.
them to like each other, like get a friend and post them to each other. Because when
Mm.
you're receiving them in the bank in the post like that, it's kind of that's going to manifest more of that, isn't it?
Oh. Well, let me know how it goes.
Yeah,
I'm always interested in
I
finding
will.
out.
I'll let you know.
Give it a go. Give it a go.
Yeah,
Yeah, love it. Love it. Well, thank you so much, Hattie, for joining me and having a chat with me about your money alchemy journey.
you're very welcome.
I love having everyone in the circle. You're all my favourites. Who said that? It was like someone like Len Goodman, wasn't it?
I
You're
don't know, but
all my favourites.
no, I love being in the circle. So
Good.
thank you for asking me to come on.
You're very welcome. Where can people find you if they want to connect with you?
So my Facebook page is Hattie's Holistic Healing,
Hmm.
or Hattie Garner is my personal page. I've got the Mind, Body, Soul Wellness Group. There's a page for that as well. And I've got a website, Hattie's Holistic Healing. So if you just put in Hattie's Holistic Healing, it should come up with everything. But yeah,
Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you so much, lovely. If you just stay on the line, I will end the stream and we'll have a chat
All right
afterwards.
then. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, lovelies, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Remember, Money Alchemy Circle is open, but it's only open until Sunday at 9 p.m. UK time, so jump in whilst it's at this price, because the next time we open the doors, it will be going up, just because it is huge, huge, huge value, and you will love it.
Yes.
Have a good weekend.